Today I'm going to talk about how I've gone back onto the keto diet for therapeutic purposes to heal my migraines after 10 years. I've done the keto diet from 2014 to 16 for my migraines, and it helped. Even though it was completely different times, it's a long time ago. I don't remember that much. I didn't keep a diary or anything, but I know it helped. But after 2 years, I just drifted out of it. And then it took me 10 years until now, 7 weeks ago, I went back on it. And the reason I started again is because whatever I've been doing, nothing helped my migraines. I've tried loads of medication, and I think also my problem was that I was very much in denial because my migraines are very extreme when I get them. My head starts shutting down. I need to go to sleep immediately. I've been lying to myself every time saying, oh, I'm just going to go for a nap for an hour or two. And my migraines always start in the evening, afternoon, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Sometimes I'm in bed by 8. And I've always been pretending to myself that, oh, it's not that bad. And then I'm in bed for 2 days straight. No eating, no showering. My brain is completely shut off. No thoughts, no feelings, nothing. And I think another reason why I've been in denial is because I'm so dead when it happens. And then when I start coming out of it, on the third day usually, I'm busy catching up with everything. And then my life goes back to normal again. There are other reasons why I waited so long to go back into keto, because I think for me, it's the last resort, and I've done it out of absolute, complete desperation. And for 7 weeks now, I've been feeling much, much better. I'm really counting the days that I can say I've been migraine free for 30 days. I haven't managed that yet this time around with the keto diet, but I'm much better, and I'll come back on here and report when I've done it. I'm quickly just going to talk about the 2 times that I've had migraines in the last 7 weeks and how they were different to having migraines before keto. So the first time it happened, I have a bit of a nut intolerance. So it's not a full-on allergy. I can have a few, but if I have too many nuts, there's itchy feeling, and my fingers feel a bit swollen, and also this is one of my main migraine symptoms. I get fatigue. And this doesn't just happen with nuts. Plants want to kill me, but we'll talk about that another time. Anyway, so the first migraine I had a handful of pistachios, because also that was at the very beginning of when I started keto, and there's so many foods I couldn't eat anymore, and I really enjoy pistachios. The flavor is nice, but also maybe as a substitute for crisps, because I can't eat crisps anymore. So I did that. I did a bit of a keto cold platter with cheeses and meats and all that. Pistachios, too many. The migraines started as they always start, in the afternoon, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, always the same. Suddenly feel tired. I say to myself, oh, I'm just going to have a nap for an hour. And then I had a migraine for 2 days. The pain was still the same than it was before keto. This is the symptoms I've been getting in the last few months. One of my eyeballs, it was the left one, starts, well, it feels like it's swollen. I don't know whether it is, but it's definitely inflamed. There's inflammation. The pain pulls up to my forehead and into my jaw, and it feels like I have a toothache. That was the main symptom I had with that migraine. But interestingly, when I already was on keto, 3/4 of my brain, I could physically feel that they feel quite normal still. As I said earlier, usually without keto, when I had a migraine, everything would shut down. So I was lying there, and I was almost like lying there and thinking, oh, I'm just going to wait this out. And I had thoughts. It was really weird. I made plans for what I'm going to do when the migraine is over. And I was actively thinking, oh, this migraine on keto is better than without keto. It's funny, but not funny. And I don't take any painkillers for my migraine. If I did, I could just maybe take a painkiller for this pain and get up after an hour. But I can't take painkillers, which is another story, which maybe I'll talk about another time. And I think during those 2 days, I could even get up once. I remember, I think I cooked myself 2 boiled eggs, and I think I had a shower. The pain subsided, I think, after the first day or first evening even. And I was very, very fatigued, but I could pull myself together for 15 minutes to get up, which I could never, ever do before without keto. Without keto, my migraines, I'll talk about it more if you want. Couldn't eat, couldn't shower. In 24 hours, I dragged myself to the toilet and to brush my teeth once. To lie in bed and to move my head to have a sip of water was a major effort. Loads of nausea, throwing up. Yeah, so this is such a massive improvement. Second migraine, I don't want to keep you too long, but it happened maybe, I don't know, a couple of weeks later, and it had no trigger that I can tell. I was already a few weeks into keto. It's going well. I felt good the whole day, and then suddenly again, I'm not going to repeat, this closing down feeling happened. I thought I lie down for a little bit, 2 days migraine. There was a bit of a headache, but it was almost pain-free. It was, again, this aggressive fatigue. And like the previous one that I just described, everything was a little bit better. I think I was sick once, which is also a massive improvement. But this migraine was a very frustrating one because I didn't know where it came from. And also, it was already a few weeks into keto, and I thought you can't get inflammation when you're in ketosis. And I was definitely keto. I only have keto strips, but I can feel it, and I know how to do keto. So I know I didn't accidentally eat a sandwich or some pasta or anything like that. So maybe, and I don't really know the answer to that. If anybody wants to tell me in the comments. So ketones should take inflammation away. Do they take inflammation away the longer you've been on it? Or is ketones, whether you've done it for 2 months or 2 years? Do you know what I mean? Because I'm really hoping that now it's been 7 weeks. I want to reach my 30 days without migraines, but then I want my body to be so used to being healthy all the time. And basically, I want the ketones to stop allowing inflammation in my body. I don't know if that makes sense, if you understand my question. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully maybe I see you again. Bye!